Hello and welcome. I am Scrapperlock and this is Planet Zoo. We are doing career mode and I am dealing with a very frustrating scenario. This is the Caldera Safari Park. I've already done to the Silver Star, which I have not posted. This scenario has a serious bug in it, at least when I play it. I've managed to, I think, figure out how to fix it. And then I went in and I was struggling with something else and I thought I hit pause and I had all this recording of like probably 20 minutes of silence as I was trying to figure something out. I didn't realize I was recording, so you guys aren't going to want to see all that. So I'm going to go back in. We're going to resume our playthrough. I haven't done anything yet. All I've done is go through the intro where Bernie tells us we have to pretty up this zoo and try to get it finished because it's incomplete. So this is a zoo in Africa, and it's basically supposed to be a giant safari. So I did one thing in the zoo, and I was trying to put in some exhibits in here. And so let's take a look. One of the things I had decided to do in this park, there were elephants and zebras sharing this habitat, and I've got keepers coming in and boxing up the zebras and taking them over here to be with the giraffes and the springboks. Supposedly that's a good idea at the beginning of this scenario. The other thing that I was trying to do was add exhibits. Now let me see if I can find where I was doing that. Over here, there was an area that was clearly designed to add exhibits to it, but it's really frustrating to try and do. If you try to do it as they've got it, right, it won't let you. If I can sink down in here, right, it will not let you do that. No matter what you do, you can't fit it in there. And so it turns out that you can, I think, I managed to do this before. This group editing is like super frustrating. Once you select a single thing, you can start going in here and deleting. If I can get down in here. Right? And if you delete these four, then I think it will let us put in an exhibit. And so let me delete these as well. I'm just going to delete them all. And we're not going to put 4 exhibits in, we'll start with 2. And then we'll get some spiders and stuff. So let's go ahead, we've got angle snap on. Alright, so we should be able to put this in here. I did this last time. This is wildly maddening as to why it won't let you do this. I did get it in here before. Let's turn off the angle snap so I can get it exactly right. Come on. And then shift to bring it up. This is super frustrating. It let me do it before. And now it's not letting me do it. Oh, let's maybe take these guys off. Oh, undo. I don't want to take this ceiling. I want to take that. Now let's try the exhibit. You can see how frustrating this is. It was clearly set up to put exhibits in here, but you can't do it unless you delete a bunch of the stuff, which is really aggravating. And for some reason the exhibits are aligning to be like below the level of the ground. I'm not really sure why that is. Alright, so now let's go into our exhibit trading. I think we can hit play. And I want to look for the spiders. These guys. And we're going to grab a couple of them. We're going to grab a male. We want to get one with pretty good fertility. 50% is the best one so far. 67%, lower longevity. They live for a number of years, so let's go ahead and get this one. That's a male, so now we just need females. 50% there. Alright, she looks alright. So we've got these two, and we're going to select them and send them to the zoo. So now we have a habitat for them, and we're going to go ahead and start. Let's go to the zoo, and we're going to start researching them to make them happy. And we're going to need to hire another vet, I think, but let's go ahead and have this vet research. We're also going to need to build a workshop because we do not have a workshop yet. But before we do that, let's go ahead and put our educational podiums in here. So let's do a snap and position snap and shift down and Z like that. And we'll put that there. And we'll put this here. And we'll put another one here. There we go. And we'll put another one here so people can look at them from any angle they want. Okay, so that looks good. And then we can set the education up to do the Brazilian salmon pink tarantula. Salmon pink, just not pink, it's salmon pink. Alright, let's take a look at their habitat and see whether they're happy. Layout's no good. Wait, temperature's a little too warm, they want it like 80. So we'll drop the temp a little bit, they'll be happy with that. Windows will stay open. And now we need some donation bins. So let's put some donation bins in here. How about one there? And we'll put one there. And we'll put one there. And we'll put one there. And maybe we'll put another one there. We also probably should put some trash bins. We're going to use the African ones because that's the theme of this place. So let's go ahead and put a trash bin there. And we'll put another trash bin there. And then what we need to do is add these guys to the proper work zone. So we go to the zoo, we go to staff, we go to work zones. And let's see, which work zone are we in here? So let's see, we're in secondary area, that's it. So let's add these guys to the work zone. Check that they're powered. They are. So there are a couple issues with this scenario. One is that we don't have enough power locations. Another, supposedly, is that there's a water issue. That some of the lakes are not being cleaned, like this one over here. And so we're going to have to work on that as well. We also need a workshop. So let's go ahead and find a good place for that. I think there is a staff area over here. This is where the construction is going on, so we can go ahead and put the workshop here. But I'm going to actually take the African themed one, although it does cost a little bit more money. It's only another 600 bucks, and I'd rather have a themed one, so we're going to go ahead and put the workshop over here. And let's put it right there. There we go. And then we can delete all this under construction business. It's cute, but we don't need it. And we can start building stuff over here as well. There we go. Alright, so now let's see. We need to finish the transport ride. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to save this game. And I'm going to call this Caldera Park third attempt. And this is the final attempt. I've already got silver, so if I can't get this to work, I'm just going to give up. Oh, how did we end up underwater? Yeah, these camera moves are so weird. Oh, these camera controls are just awful. Okay, or at least they're not good for me. So let's finish this ride. I actually don't like the way this ride is designed, but we have no choice with it. We actually have to edit it. And so let's go ahead and do that. I really don't like the track editing features either. Let's see, angle snap, 0 degrees, no auto tunnel, okay. Delete, autocomplete we're not going to do. Standard track with railings, we don't need railings. So let's see. We're going to have this keep going. And then we're going to turn it that way. And then straight. 0 degrees, let's go, 0 degrees. There we go. And then straight. And there's the end of it. Can we autocomplete? Yep. No, autocomplete. Go, do it. It's done. Alright, so we should be okay on completing the ride. And I'm going to leave it closed because it just eats up money and there aren't enough guests right now to really make it worth it. So we're just going to leave it closed. So let's see what's going on with this exhibit. Have we finally cleared everybody out? Animals. The only guys in here are the elephants, so we're going to call this the Elephant Alley. Okay, and that's just elephants. And then over here, we should now have zebras as well as the other guys, and they should be super happy. So this is going to be ungulates of the Serengeti. Ungulates are hoofed animals. Let's check them and see how they're liking life. These guys are happy. Zebras are happy. Springboks are happy except for nutrition. So we might need to put another feeder in here because we have some extra guys. So let's go in here, species. Let's go zebra. Is it the plain zebra? And we have enough guests. We don't have any education, but we'll work on that. Large food trough, and we'll go ahead and place another one over there. And hopefully that will be enough. Let's also, in terms of the habitat, increase the frequency of the keeper. Well, the keeper's coming every month already. Let's make the vet and the mechanic come every 6 months. And so we should be alright. Hopefully they'll get enough food. And so that looks pretty good. So now we have to work on education, but to do that, we're going to need some power. So let's put the education in places where it's sort of obvious, and let's see, how is our exhibit doing? Is anybody going to it? Has anybody come to our exhibit yet? Nobody. Oh, the first people are coming. Excellent. The other thing I want to check is the bugged area. Let me explain the bug to you. So this is near the entrance, right here. And they're doing it. You see this? For some reason, the guests get hung up right here. And let's look at how many there are. 1 group. 2 groups. 3 groups. 4 groups. 5 groups. And they just keep getting hung up right here. And so this is the bug. And I don't know how to get it to stop. So one of the things you can do is to, oh no, let's undo that, is to delete the path that they're on. Right, just delete it and start the play. They will disappear, and then do undo until it comes back and see if that fixes it. But yeah, they have a lot of issues in this particular area, and I don't know why. That they keep just getting caught up right there, and that was causing all kinds of issues because the guests were then getting stuck and they couldn't move, and because they couldn't move to the rest of the park. They couldn't donate. I was losing massive amounts of money. The other thing we got to do, let's pause. We need to check our staff. This is one of the things I don't like with these scenarios where this huge zoo already at the beginning is there's like 8 billion things to check. Alright, so let's take a look at, is there a way to bring up this guy's interface from here. There we go. So we want to make sure that we're not overpaying anybody. Go away. This guy. Okay. This guy. Just to make sure everybody's being paid essentially the minimum I can pay them. Right? So that we don't waste money. Okay, that looks good. Let's try the keepers. Yep, it looks like they've got it set right. Yeah, they're basically being paid the minimum we can pay them, so I guess that's pretty good. Springbok is about to mate. So these guys seem pretty happy. Elephants seem pretty happy. So what I've got to do is keep track of things, and as we get new springboks and giraffes and zebras, we need to sell some of them off or actually release them to the wild. We've completed the ride. We need to release any one species of habitat, and then we've got to get our education up. So if we look at the power, there is power all along here. So we should be able to create some signs and speakers there. And then along this bridge, there's nothing. So somehow or other, I need to get some power into this bridge. I'm not sure how I'm going to do that because we need a staff path. See, there's power here. I'm not sure how we're going to do that. We might also need to put a water purifier right over here. Can we do that? Do we need that? I think we do need that. So what if we kill this and that, and we take a staff path, I guess this is the color it uses. Oh, no. This color, I guess. And we build off of it. Like that. Okay, and then we go into water. We build a water treatment plant. Can we put that right here? Right up against this? Looks like we're about the right height. Let's rotate. I'm not sure which direction is the direction where you can... Oh, where the path... There it is. Alright, so we've got that. Let's go back to this move here. Okay. There we go. And then just down a little bit. Perfect. Alright, so that gives us some water. And I'm just going to let that hang in the air for now, because I want to pretty it up, but we really don't have a lot of money to burn on prettying things up right now. So that takes care of this water. So that's nice and clean. And then there's dirty water over here. So that's another issue. So for that, we can make a staff path come off of this way. And then we can go to facilities and grab another water plant. But the question is it going to have power? Oh, it will if we put it over here. Okay. So let's undo that. And we're going to have the staff path come off this way. Right, because the power goes to here. So if we put the water right there, it should be alright. So let's go back to paths. And that should be far enough that it should be far enough off the path if they put it over here that it shouldn't bother anybody. Come on. Alright, now if we look at guest annoyance, we're perfect. That's exactly what we want. They can't see it. And now we want to go into the work zones. Where are we? Staff. There's a lot of... And so one of the things you have to realize with some of these scenarios is they purposely design it so that you have a lot of micromanagement. So this entrance area, we'll put that there. And then... what do we have? Secondary area. Food court lake. Okay, so this guy can take care of that. Okay. So they give you a lot of stuff that needs to be micromanaged and messed with when you're first starting, and if you just try to beeline the goals, you end up with an issue. Alright, so over here we can do giraffes, zebras, and springboks as education boards. So let's go ahead and do that. Is this one? Oh yeah, this is the weird one that doesn't like to go up here. It's really strange. Okay, so we got 3 there. And let's go ahead and look at the power, just so I can see where the power is. Okay, so there's power here, so we can put 3 here. And then the elephants are over here, right? Right here. Oh no, those are the hyenas. Where are the elephants? These are the elephants here. Okay. Ah, so this is one of the problems. We don't have a really good spot for education for the elephants. Just here is the only place. Okay. So we should now be able to start putting the education up. African elephant, right there. And then over here, we have plain zebra, and we have reticulated giraffe, and we have, where's the springbok? Springbok. And same thing here. Plain zebra, reticulated giraffe, and springbok. Alright, so that should help. And we have a zebra expecting. So that should help a little bit with our education. It's at 0.4 right now. I'm going to save the game again. Third attempt. You can see all the times I've been trying to do this. Well, let's go take a look at the entrance again and see how these guys are doing. Are they still orbiting? No, that seems to have mostly fixed it. You saw that guy do a little whirligig right there, but it seems to have fixed it. Let's try to get another ATM in here. How about maybe right over here? So that people can get their money. Let's take a look at our exhibit that we built. Where is that? Over here? Is anybody going to the exhibit? Is the question. Let's see. A few people, not too many. We have 1,400 people in the park. We're kind of breaking even a little bit. We have a plain zebra that is expecting, I believe. So let's take a look at our animals. No, the zoo animals. Let's take a look at our plain zebras. So we have 3 that are pregnant. So that means we can get rid of a couple of the ones that we currently have. So let's ditch this one, at least to the wild. And then when we get the announcements of the birth, so that gets us one of our goals. When we get the announcements of birth, we can go ahead and release another one to the wild. Let's start putting down the generic education in our facilities section here. If we go to education, this thing, the conservation education boards, let's start putting some of those down in high traffic areas. There's one. We're just going to go in order and just start with the first one and then keep going. Let's see, where's another high traffic area? Over here, it seems like there are quite a few people. We have this little sculpture. Let's put a conservation board with the sculpture. And we can crank that over. Bang. And we can give that the second one. Bee populations. We should also put some speakers down. So let's put a speaker down here. And this speaker will talk about the springbuck. Okay. And then if we look at the power, okay, this is covered. Over here we can put another speaker down over here, and this speaker will talk about the plain zebra, and we just make sure it doesn't overlap. And then we can put another speaker down here, check the power, power's good, and then this speaker can be about the reticulated giraffe. And just don't make that overlap, and we're good. So you can listen to all three of the animals. So how's our education looking now? Went down. So this is the part that I don't understand. I've added stuff, and it made the education go down, which is sort of weird. So a springbok was born, which means we can get rid of one of the springboks. So let's look at the springboks. And let's see, we got a 2-year-old. Let's release that one to the wild. Okay, this way we're trying to keep the population stable. So how's everything going here? That looks pretty good. Let's continue with our conservation boards. We could put maybe another one near the ATM here, maybe over here. Put another conservation board down. Like right there. There we go. And this one will be the third one. Deforestation. And people are looking. Good. African elephant is about to mate. Alright, cool. We may be able to release an elephant to the wild at some point. Very good. Alright, now we need to get some education over here. And let's see, what do we have for power? Power is good to hear. We can put some boards over here. So this habitat is for who? Who's in this habitat? Who is this? I don't even see any animals in here. Who are these guys? Ah, spotted hyenas. Alright, so let's take a look at the power around here. So we need to basically put power off of this road here somewhere. But we do have room here to put some education for the spotted hyenas. So let's put an education board. Here. And maybe another one there. And we could put a speaker, say right there, and have this be about the spotted hyena. And this can be about the spotted hyena. And this can be about the spotted hyena. And we could put another conservation board, let's say right here. I feel like I'm definitely taking my time more and doing a better job in this playthrough. And we do the fourth one, which is ecotourism. And this one has no power. Okay, so where's the power end? Move it. Where's the power end? It ends just inside here, so let's just put this board here. There we go. And now it has power. And so these are the African wild dogs, and I think there's no power to this area here. So if I extend a path, if I extend a service path off of here, oh, there is a service path right down here. So we could maybe get some power in here. There's even like a little cave here. And I don't think this is inside any habitats, so we could connect here. That's what I want. And then go inside. Okay, and stop there, and then put power right here. Is there any way to get it to connect? Yep. Bang. Alright, now the question is negative impact. Is it too close? No. We're perfect. And then we can look at power. And power now covers this whole area. Which means we can now put some education right here. And we can put some donation buckets here. So we can put some education. No, I don't want that. Right here, education. Put education here, and here, and a speaker there. And this is the African wild dogs. And we should put some benches. Bench there. Bench there, and we need a garbage bin. About a garbage bin there. And a garbage bin right there. And there should be some power over here now. So we can actually put some education right here where people are standing. Let's give them a couple benches. And let's give them a donation bin or two. Right there, and maybe right there. Oh, we've already got one over there, alright, so that's fine. And then we can put some education boards here. I can't see it. There. And maybe another education board over here. And again, the African wild dog. The African wild dog. And there we go. Speakers overlapping. No, it's not. It's not overlapping. That's a lie. I'll make it a little smaller. And I'll make that one a little smaller. But like, what are you talking about? It's not overlapping, guys. It absolutely is not. Alright, let's see. Shall we put up by the bathroom another conservation board? This will be number 5 over here. So 1, 2, 3 ecotourism. So climate change is the next one. And maybe we can put another board up here, because there seems to be a lot of foot traffic here. And that is land sharing versus land sparing. Springbok has had offspring. Okay, so that means we can get rid of another Springbok. So let's look at Springboks only. We only have one male, so we'll keep him, and we can ditch some of the females. Let's see, let's sort by appeal and ditch the unappealing ones. Release to the wild. That's one. Very good. Education has gone to 0.7 stars, so that's not too bad. Let's see, what else can we do here? We could put in another exhibit where the first one we put in was, which would be where? Over here. Okay, let's put in another exhibit. Or we'll just get another exhibit species. We have another exhibit here. So, alright, let's see. How are these guys doing? We don't have their research done yet. Climate is okay. They haven't reproduced. How are we doing on their research? We're researching them. It's just taking a while. Alright, so let's see. Exhibit trading. What else can we get? We've got spiders done already. So let's try a different species. Let's try the... Do we have Gila monsters? No. Puff adders? No. Let's see, what do we have? Western Diamondback? Okay, we could do a male and a female of that. Alright, we don't want a 0 longevity, right? 42%, 67%. Let's just sort by the Diamondback. Let's do the Zoopedia and see how long they live. They live 17 years. So we could try and see if they'll mate. So let's see, among the females. I guess this is the best one. We'll take her. And then among the males, this guy's pretty good. We'll take him. And so now, I always close that window. Well, now we will take these two and move them here. And now temperature needs to go to, or humidity needs to go to about, whoops, no, temperature was okay. Humidity needs to go to 50%. And of course we don't have any layout for them, but they should be alright. And now we need to put down some education. One there. Pardon me, guys. One there. Spin it around. Snap that in there. Okay, so we've got our education, and now we just do the Diamondback Rattlesnake. Okay, so this should help a lot with education, I hope. Oh, did I not put this one down here? Okay. There we go. Alright, our money's still going down. $18,000. What is killing our expenses? Staff wages, animal food, and power costs. It's really staff wages that are killing us. Another Springbok is having an offspring. I'm hopeful that our exhibit species will start breeding, and then we can start trading them out. So since a Springbok is having a baby, we can get rid of another Springbok. Let's take a look at our animals. Again, let's go into Springboks. These guys breed like rabbits. We have this male. I guess we'll keep him. We'll look at the appeal, and we'll get rid of one of these unappealing females. Release to the wild. Right, so that's gonna allow us, right, we have to have 4 release to the wild, 8 release to the wild. We're on 4 or 5, so we have those goals taken care of. Oh, and Planet Zoo just crashed. Well, I will pause it and bring you back, and hopefully we will have an autosave that is pretty recent. Alright, we're back. I'm trying to figure out where we left off. We have water over there. We have education in a lot of our places. Did we do the second exhibit, or do we have to redo that? Let's see. So I'm going to have to redo the second exhibit. Alright guys, I'll put this back to the way it was, and I'll bring you back when I've got it set up. Alright, so I've fixed up the diamondback habitat, and I'm going to save the game. And I'm going to check on the guest pathing again here, and they're stuck again, aren't they? Look at this. You see this? They're just spinning around. So I don't know what to do about this, guys. This is like essentially a permanent bug. These guys are doing it too. They're all doing it now. So now what you have to do is delete the paths. Let me pause it. Delete the paths, hit play, they'll all disappear, and then you just do undo, 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 undo. And I don't know if that deletes the guests from the park, probably does. And these guys have low welfare. So I don't know what the stress is from. I really don't. They seem to do this a lot, the Springboks. I don't know why they're being stressed. It doesn't say, it just says social stress, right? So if you go in here and look, right, it just says it's stressed. It's stressed and trying to hide. Okay, well, that's fine, but I can't do anything about that. Right, so just go to your habitat. Go to your hard shelter. Do they have enough hard shelter is the question. Yeah, they do. Springboks. Man, these guys are hard to click on because they're so fast. Alright, pause. Springbok. They have enough hard shelter. They're not happy with the short grass. And neither are the zebras. How about the giraffes? The giraffes could use more short grass. Could tolerate it. So as usual, let's go give them some short grass. I feel like this so destroys the aesthetic with the the yellowish on the ground, but there we go. Alright, they should be happier. How are we doing on education? Education's only 0.5. I really don't know how to get that to come up. These guys are all looking but totally ignoring these signs. Do we have power over here? We do. I could put another speaker right here. Try to get them to listen a little bit. We gotta watch out not to overlap. How about right here? And then we can have this be about the zebra and make it bigger. Hopefully they'll listen to that. I've got a phone call, guys, so I'm going to pause it here. I'll be right back. Alright, folks, I am back. We need to continue with our education. Before we run out of money and don't have any money to put up education boards, let's put another one here. I think we have power. I'm paranoidly checking it because a lot of the park doesn't have power. We do have power here, so let's hit Z and click this around. Come on. And we will give this one, let's see if I can remember what the last one we did was land sharing, so let's do poaching over there, and then maybe over here we can do another one. Trying to, put them in different places around the park so people will see them. So now we'll talk about population fragmentation. So the giraffe is about to have an offspring. Okay. So that means we can eventually sell one of our giraffes. And now we have an issue. What issue do we have here? It's not letting me click on this. Here we go. Springbok with low welfare. And again, stressed. Alright, so do we need to provide them with an additional shelter or something? Do they not like people seeing them? Because I know they're shy. Should we provide them, maybe we can put like a barrier, some rocks or something here that they can hide behind? If they don't want to be seen, you know? No, 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 I did not want to put that down. Click. And let's see, can we maybe put a couple more of these trees, or just move the trees here, and then they can kind of hide, maybe? Maybe they'll like that, I don't know. The giraffe had offspring, okay. Yeah, look at all the springboks are stressed. So I don't know what their problem is. It's like they get stressed and then they run in here. But let's see, how many springboks do we have? Should we get rid of some more? Let's check the appeal. Let's see. This one's getting a little old. We can maybe release her to the wild. I know she has high appeal, but maybe that'll help reduce the stress. It's the babies are getting stressed, I guess. I guess they just get stressed really easily. Alright, let's see. How are we doing on education? We're at 1.0, so we're getting up there. Let's take a look at power. There's definitely no power along this spot. So what is this that's not being powered? What is this? I don't know what that is. A light? Alright, so let's see. Should we do another conservation board? Maybe over here? And the next thing we want to do is repair the ozone layer. We've got pretty much one of everything. Okay, a plain zebra is giving birth, so we're going to get rid of one of them. And another springbok. So let's take a look at the plain zebra. Pregnant female. Let's see if we can get rid of the old one. Let's release the older one to the wild. We got tons of conservation credits, which is good. We can use them to buy lions. And we got our vet research complete. So we can maybe enrich the tarantulas a little bit. So let's save the zoo before it crashes. Because we already had one crash. And we come over here to the exhibits. Are people coming in here? A little bit, not too much. Let's see here. Oh, we got a bunch of them we can sell. So let's see. I don't know who the father and the mother were. I don't remember their names. I should have named them something special. So let's pause. And let's take a look. If we go into our zoo and we look at our exhibits. So we should name this. This is going to be the tarantula exhibit. And this is going to be the rattlesnake exhibit. And we're going to take a look at these guys. Let's take a look at our animals. Let's look at exhibit animals. Okay, so the little ones are the ones we can sell. Boom, boom, boom. And the other two are the adults. We can send them to the trade center. Right, and then we hit play. And then we just have the mother and the father. I'm going to rename Felicidad to Big Mama. And this way I know she's the mother. And if we click in here, the camera controls are not fun. So we're going to click this guy and we're going to call him Big Daddy. This way I know who the mother and the father are. And then we're going to go to our trade center. Sell. Sell. And sell. Ooh. We get about $1,000 for these guys, so that's not bad. And another springbok is maturing, so we can get rid of another springbok. So let's see. Let's look at the older ones. Let's just start. Oh, this is a really good one though. Let's look at the appeal. Let's take Niru and release Niru to the wild. Here we go. Looking good. We have lots of conservation credits now. 1,600 people in the park. How are we doing in education? We're still at 1.0. So yeah, getting the education to crawl up there is very, very time consuming and very slow. Let's see where we are on power here. Can we get another education board here on these guys? These guys are the spotted hyenas. So let's get some education boards up here. One there. And is there power here? Yep, right there. Turn. And maybe another education board here. And, oops, did I overdo that? There we go. Alright, so now we can do spotted hyena. Spotted hyena. And spotted hyena. And we can put a speaker here that tells everybody about the spotted hyena. There we go. And we could and we got our education. That was enough.
Nice.
So we've reached the bronze star.
Is proving very popular.
Things are
with
going
the
well,
guests.
and now
You're
we just
really
have
giving them
to
a taste of
place 2
Africa's
cheetahs
wildlife.
and upgrade our education a little bit more.
Smell too.
I hope you guys have enjoyed.
I know there's lots
This is a
more work
long
to do,
episode, and it was
but
pretty
once you're
frustrating, and we
finished,
crashed.
Your next project will be
And we have this
something
issue with
really
the guests that
challenging.
keep
Partly
making
because
circles
I
here.
won't
Look
be
at,
around
they're
to
doing it
offer
again.
advice. I'm setting up a venture in the Arctic, which will take up all of my time.
5,
I might even get
10,
you involved in it one day.
15, 20. So you see, I'm not making this up. 25, 30 guests all caught up, and then we got these guys caught up here. Do we? No, they're doing all right. All right, so I'm going to just keep an eye on that, and as more guests come in, I assume it'll be more and more of a problem, but we'll just try to keep an eye on things. Until next time, I am Scrapperlock, and this is Planet Zoo.